Thank you for being here today. And today is just one of those days again. But today is different. Today pushed me through a breaking point in my life. And now I'm just breaking down. I know, it's like every time I record, it's just me whining and complaining about how shit my life is, right? But this time it's different. This time it's just, one of those days when I would go home and eat fried chicken and drink beer or wine or any kind of alcohol to numb myself from the thoughts that going through my head. And I don't know where I'm gonna go from now. Even it's like when you thought nothing's going right and you're just so tired and exhausted. Life's just somehow figured out a way to smack you in the head with a rock. And it's like the universe is telling me to sit down and just give up, You're fucking done for. Now you have nothing left to lose, so why try anyway? Why bother trying? So it's been a while since I wrote my journal. Let's see what I wrote. Today, I fucked myself up all over again. And all I want to do now, all I want now is alcohol, ice cream, or any kind of sugary foods. I want to jack out, to binge watch any kind of non-productive YouTube videos, or get on social media, or maybe play some video games on my phone. It's like I'm trying to find anything that could just help me escape from myself, so I can no longer face the problems, the mistakes, the bad decisions, and the missed chances. Sitting here all alone in the apartment with the two little light bulbs on my head, the counter kitchen lights, and it's pretty dark surrounded. It's just the thoughts of finding something to numb myself from thinking about what happened. The urge of turning on that porn site, open that beer, wine bottles, or scoop out some ice cream from the fridge, or eat some chocolate from the counter. Or get online to do whatever it is to distract myself. Anything that will help me escape these thoughts that's going through my head. But if I do any of these things, I will end up back to the beginning again. I will go back to the same old me all over again. And the cycle will repeat. Doing any of those things would also means that I'm gonna wake up with a hangover, with with unmotivated mind because of jacking up so much. And then I'll start skipping the gyms again, eating dog shit foods. And then I'll lose all my confidence. And I'll go back to the fucked up dog shit version of me all over again. And then I had the long pause. And then I wrote, I refuse. I refuse to go back there and being the same old version of me all over again. I refuse to go back. And period. And that was it. That was all I wrote after 3 hours sitting there doing nothing. But just sitting there in the quiet, doing nothing. 1.5 pages. That's all I wrote. And it is easy said than done. Because it's so tempting to find something to help me escape, to help me numb all of these thoughts that going through my head right now. And it's just like every other time. I distract myself with pleasures, with quick hit dopamines, and then I get even more miserable later afterward. And then guess what happened? The day after I feel like shit. Then I skip the gym, I skip cooking, start eating out. Then I wonder why I feel so unmotivated. And then I stop making my bed, I stop cleaning up the house, stop dressing up nice, or I just go back to the guy that I used to be all over again. But I'm getting old now. And I don't wanna go back there. I don't have forever. I don't have all the time in the world. And that's one of the reasons why I get this tattoo. This hourglass tattoos on my wrist. Just to remind me that the time is always running out and you don't have forever. One day you're gonna die. One day this hourglass is gonna done tripping. It's gonna run out of sand on top. And that day will come, whether I like it or not. So what the fuck do I do now? Just sitting here moaning and whining about what happened? Or what? Yeah, it's easy to say. It's so easy to just say, oh no, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna get back up again. I'm gonna get back up again and try again and try again and try again. And it's easy. It's easy to say. So fucking easy. But it's not easy to do it. It's not easy to stop yourself from opening that bottle of wine or bottle of beers. It's not easy to stop yourself from seeking for any kind of comfort, any kind of relief or joy in the moment. I'm not saying anything's wrong with those, but once I get back into it, once I start eating those dog shit food, it will give me a spike of dopamine, a spike of insulin, or whatever it is that make me feel great. And then a couple hours later, going back to baseline, and it's even lower than the baseline, and now you feel like shit. And I guess that's what it's caused. If you want pleasure quick in the moment, you can have it. It'll be great in the moment, and then once it's gone, you feel even worse than before you do it. I've been there probably 1,000 of times already, and I'm still craving for it right now. I'm still craving all those things that make me feel good right now. Craving all the things that would distract me from my own thoughts. But not today. Not fucking today. I am refusing. I refuse to go back there. Yes, I fucked up. Yes. I ain't got nothing left to lose. But yes, guess what? I don't want to go back there. I refuse to go. I'm gonna die trying. Or I'll die. Because these days, they're gonna slip by. And they're gonna keep on slipping by. Whether I like it or not. Whether I refuse to trust in the process. Even when everything just seems so out of reach. Even when you feel like you're not enough. Even when you feel like you're not worthy. Even when you don't know if you're ever gonna make it. Or just gonna be like this for the rest of your life. And I'm sure we all want to be something in life. We all want to be successful. But it's hard. It's hard to do the things that not many people would approve. And lately I've come to realize that the people that I use to try to impress, even with the people that in the family, I used to think that, I need to get a good job, good degrees, and, doing things that would make them proud. Because I care about what they think about me. And guess what happened? It's like the more I get to know them, the more I realize that none of them really have my best interest in mind. And then when it's come to me and them, they'll choose themselves. They'll put themselves first. And I'm not talking bad about anyone or anything, but it's just human nature. It's natural. Everyone does it. And maybe I should do that too. Maybe I should stop putting myself after other people. And that's when I realized I no longer have to hold on to the thought that I need to be something that they want me to be. Why do I have to live my life a certain way, the way they want me to live? Why do I have to do that? Despite the fact that it's gonna make me feel miserable. So lately I've come to realize that even though things feels like shit, but I'm also glad that I'm letting go of the needs to be like, the need for approval from them. And what I also learned is that I'm so different from everyone else. You know, everyone else it's just so out there and like I don't know. I'm not trying to be an ass or anything, but I just feel like everyone is just the same. You know, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Maybe I am. You know, I'm just one of those odd balls in the family, the black sheep, you know. I just like to do weird stuff. And you know, at work, I'll get complain. Not complain for doing a bad job, but complain for doing too much of a good job. And they ask me why am I taking so long, you know, and why do I always go the extra mile? Because I care about my work, I care about the work that I do, and I put a lot of pride into it. But anyway, I'm going off topic again. Sorry. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. And I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. But one thing I know for sure is that I'm not falling for those vices tonight. After this, I'm gonna go fold the laundry and go to bed. No jacking off. No video games. No social media. No sugary food. No alcohols. I will live with this pain in my head until I feel numb. Until I no longer feels those negative emotions. And then I'll live with it. I will face it. I will face it head on. Maybe I'll try that today. Because I refuse to go back to that whole version of me all over again. I refuse. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate you for listening, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.